Today, we're going to review the importance of audit reports, the goals of each report, and a few examples. Ask yourself, are you looking forward to your next audit? I don't come across many people who are. An audit can be a very stressful experience. If you don't know what to expect, your team may spend a lot of time scrambling to find evidence that either doesn't exist or is difficult to retrieve. Audit reporting is one area of consideration that is essential. Proper reporting takes into consideration the contents of the reports, the goals and outcomes of the reports, and then creating and generating a specific list of reports. The timeliness and effectiveness of your audit, including reduction in the number of false positives, and disputes or discussions regarding recommendations, may all come down to the quality of the reports you are able to provide. In an article published on the IA Internal Auditor website on writing an impactful audit report, 6 tips for being more persuasive, Richard Chambers writes that there's compelling evidence that plain language is more likely to be read, understood, and heeded in much less time. In 1989, the U.S. Navy conducted a study of officers who read business memos written in either plain English or in a bureaucratic style. Officers who read the memo had significantly higher comprehension, took 17% to 23% less time to read the memo, felt less need to reread the memo. Therefore, your report is more likely to be persuasive if it is not pompous, unnecessarily complicated, or loaded with technical jargon. Let's look at 3 key considerations when it comes to audit reporting. The first point is regarding the content of the reports. When looking to provide reports regarding system access and segregation of duties, it is important to consider who will be reading your report. What is their scope of knowledge, and what will their use of the reports be? Also, consider that audit reports can become part of an official record that may be referenced years later. You will want to consider audience, such as management or system administrators. Get to know and understand their unique needs. Terminology. The use of terms or abbreviations should coincide with the level of knowledge of the audience. Level of detail. Consider that management may require summary reports, whereas system administrators may require more detailed reports to assist with remediation efforts. Aim to provide the level of detail that aligns with the audience's use of the reports. The second point to consider is the goal of the reports. The main goal of any report used within an audit is to illustrate where the organization conforms to a standard, rule, regulation, or objective that it's supposed to. The report should demonstrate which evidence you use to confirm that the organization is conforming. The report must contain enough information so that if a deviation from the standard is found, the receivers of the audit report can utilize it to promote change within the process. In the example shown here, this is a summary report, which outlines types of rules and policies, usually 2 or 3-sided risk statements, which represent segregation of duties. Number of violators. This is the value representing the total number of users in violation of that rule. Percentage of users. This indicates the percentage of users in violation as a portion of the total user base. The report accomplishes the goal of providing a summary for the business and auditors on what segregation of duties rules are being checked within the provisioning or security change processes, if there are any users in violation of those rules, and the percentage of the user base we need to be concerned about. Thirdly, it is important to define which reports will be used within an audit. The following are the reports we deem critical. A summary report. A segregation of duties scan should be a summary report indicating yes and no to each rule statement. It should indicate if there are violations that exist on your system. It is a quick look at where you stand each week, month, or quarter. A detailed rule report. These are the details of what segregation of duties rules you are checking for and how they are constructed. The report indicates the 2 or 3-sided risk statements and how they are constructed, typically with objects and applications that represent a process or task from each side of the statement. It will also list the security details of what you are checking for. Detailed violation report. This report should show the details of how a user violates a segregation of duties rule. This report is one your business analyst or system administrator will need to review in detail with the business, and plan for remediation. Proper and efficient remediation comes from the ability of a report to provide the correct details and the most detailed level. A mitigation report. This report will list users who are known to be in violation that have documented exceptions. The report should produce a listing of these users that, in turn, you can provide to your auditor. It is recommended that mitigations be reviewed by managers or supervisors on a regular basis, and that notes regarding compensating controls be kept. Designing audit reports and ensuring they meet both the audience and compliance requirements is critical to the success of your next audit. Accuracy, alignment to associated processes, documentation will all go far in demonstrating the effectiveness of your information technology general computing controls. We at Q Software understand that creating or obtaining audit reports can be daunting. If you would like to discuss your specific challenges, please contact us. Also, make sure to subscribe to the Q Software YouTube channel. Just click on the subscribe button below or in the bottom right corner of this video.